Hello, 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 and welcome everyone to the hardcore, fully randomized PizzaChefLocke of Pokemon Emerald Crest. More like Pokemon Emerald Crust. Am I right? I am here for it, and we're here for it. We're here at the Elite Four for it. We're here for the Elite for it. You guys get it. Give me a second. $30 streams. 30 different streams of this game. And this is our first time here. In all 30 streams. I'm feeling really pretty positive about our team. Oh no! Oh god. Hold on. My show and tell just fell on the floor. Alright, cool. I got it all. But yeah, this is our first time at the Elite Four. And so I'm pretty stoked about it. And I feel really positive, like I said, about our team. You can see there, that's Yeast, probably the star of the show. Yeast, the Xerneast. Not the first Xerneast we've ever had in this challenge. But you know, there's a lot that can go wrong in a ChefLocke when all of your foundational ingredients are tied to the run, when the whole run can go down when one Pokemon goes down, and the movesets are all randomized and stuff. It can really leave you vulnerable. But you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And so, you know, I think we kind of like locked in anew with renewed vigor, and I'm feeling pretty good. Before we go too crazy and start actually going to the Elite Four and building teams and stuff, I figured like might take some time to just kind of like settle into the stream and wait for folks to show up if they want to show up. Which is not super typical, but I figured with it being the Elite Four and whatnot, I'd give them the chance. So I figured we can do some show and tell. I got my today. I got my Pokemon Perfect Order Elite Trainer box. This is the first Elite Trainer box I've actually managed to get my hands on since Black Bolt White Flare. I got White Flare, just White Flare. But I'm loving this box. I really think it's like super well designed, and the color is just like so bright, and I think the accessories are better in the Mega Evolution era if this Perfect Order ETB is anything to go off of, because look at these dividers. These dividers, I mean, this side is boring, right? Who cares? This is Pokeballs. Although, you know, the texture is cool, and they really are, like, nice. But then, okay, so it's, like, the Zygarde set, right? Fucking, the dividers, like, tell a story here. You get every form of Zygarde, basically. So here's one Zygarde cell. And then here's a gaggle of 4 Zygarde cells. And then you get your 10% Zygarde, the little doggy. Then you get your 50% Zygarde. Then you get Zygarde complete. And then in the back, Mega Zygarde. It's honestly like so thoughtful, and it's like one of those things where like they didn't have to go this hard and like set you up like I just think that's so cool. It's just like a level of extra effort that I think And the baby Zygardes are so cute. And that's who they put, the Zygarde cells are who they put on the sleeves. Are those adorable? Like, straight up. I never really cared about Zygarde. Seeing these, like, Zygarde cells, and then, like, the set of these sleeves. Zygarde coin. Is it just me, or is this thing adorable? Really, really cute. I left the dice in the other room, but the dice are cool too. So yeah, I was able to get this from my local card shop by like emailing basically when the set was released in Japan, when it was like first announced. I just was like, hey, put me on the list for the ETB, and I do that whenever I have the forethought to for all sorts of sets. I did it for a bunch of like Ascended Heroes products. I just got an email the other day that was like, hey, you're not getting a poster collection, sorry. Which is fine. But yeah, I was able to get the perfect order ETB. And I also got some of those Pokeball tins recently. I kind of got shafted pretty hard. I opened a couple of those and didn't get too many hits. But I figured we could go over some of the cards I got recently. Why not? Some of the cards I just like or the hits. Got this Amoonguss EX. I'm a big Amoonguss fan. I'm really big on Unova, and I think Amoonguss is like one of the best additions from Unova. So I like getting the EX. I got this full art Yanmega double rare. I think Yanmega's pretty cool. I like bug Pokemon, because bugs are low-key like the genesis of Pokemon. Here's another kind of bug Pokemon. I got this Vibrava art rare. Isn't that cute as hell? I feel like this is an undervalued card. I feel like people sleep on beloved middle stages, and Vibrava is really like a really cool Pokemon. Flygon is one of the coolest Pokemon ever, and yeah, I don't know, I just think it's like really pretty, and like I said, like I think this is undervalued, because it's not like they're gonna just make a million Vibrava full arts. But those are the pulls I got from the Pokeball I opened recently. I also got one of the first partner collections at retail. I don't buy sealed product unless I can get it at retail. I waited in line at the Best Buy, and I got the very last box they had. There were like 20 people behind me. I honestly felt kind of bad, but it was exciting. So we'll get into those before we do perfect order. How about that? There was a Mega Evolution pack that I didn't really get anything out of, and then there was a Phantasmal Flame pack, and I was expecting both of the packs to be duds. Like, I just wasn't even thinking about it, because I was just thinking, like, what set of starters am I gonna get? But check this out, dude. I got the Paldean Wooper. Paldean Wooper. It's so fucking cute. I wanted this card really bad. I wanted this and the Meowth, because I just think it's so cool, like, the cards that are displaying, like, something from the games, you know? I just think that's such a good illustration. I don't have a good setup for this. The glare from my computer is wild. But the way the first illustration partner set works is like it's like interconnected 9 cards that all kind of connect to one art. And they did Gen 1, Gen 4, and Gen 7. You can pull one set of starters. Like, so you get all of one of the generations, right? And like, so it's Kanto, Sinnoh, and Alola. And my guess is that they're probably going to do, like, they'll just, since there's 9 generations so far, they'll do, like, the next set will be Johto, Unova, and Galar starters. And then they'll do Hoenn, yeah, Kalos, and Unova. That would be my guess. And honestly, like, I love most starters, but I love the Kanto starters, but I also really, really like the Sinnoh starters, and I love the Alolan starters. I think they're some of the best starters. Like, as far as, like, a starter trio, I think Alola knocked it out of the park. So I think I'm one of the few people that was picking up this set that was actually, like, just a collector, and, like, knew I was gonna get one set. you know, I'm not gonna go shopping these down, and I'm probably not gonna find them for retail ever again. The first partner illustration collection, series 1 or whatever, because there's gonna be 2 more, I imagine. So like I was kind of really like sincerely content with whichever one I got. Like I actually need a Poplio for my Pokedex binders, and so I was kind of hoping for a Lola low-key, but I was, like I said, like I really was not attached to the idea of getting any of them in particular. If anything, I was kind of like, Kanto starters would, you know, be best like value-wise. Obviously, it's like I could probably pick up the other starters for less money, but like I have good cards for the Kanto starters. Like I have the 151 Bulbasaur, the 151 Charmander, and I have like this. I have a lot of like vintage Squirtles that I like. The one I have in my binder is my first edition Team Rocket Squirtle. I think it's a really good Squirtle illustration. But, you know, lo and behold, I got the Kanto starters, which are like 3 times as more valuable than like any of the other starter pairs, and I'm like one of the only guys like buying this not for like resale value, it felt like. But they're really cute. They're really, really cool. Like when I saw the illustrations initially, like I didn't really look too carefully at them, but like having them in person, you see like all these details that I just didn't notice when I was looking. Like you've got Pallet Town down here, like in the kind of like Gen 1 style. You've got the Pokemon Center, Gen 1 Pokemon Center, these badges here. Obviously the Pokedex. I think the Bulbasaur is easily my favorite one. Low-key, because Bulbasaur is probably my favorite. Look, this is Mount Moon up here. You can see like the Clefairies going into the mountain under the moon. It's kind of hard to see, but this one I think is easily my favorite. But the other two like have some really fun references when you actually look carefully. Like this is Victory Road, like the entrance into Victory Road in Fire and Red. There's a Snorlax sleeping right there behind the Ember. Obviously more badges, and then this is Pokemon Tower, and you got the ghost of Cubone mother up top there. It's really cool. And then Squirtle obviously has some references too. You get Celadon City, or Saffron City. I'm pretty sure. I think that's Silphco. You got the SS Anne up here, and Cycling Road, and then Seafoam Islands down here. So yeah, I don't know, they're really cool. And honestly, like once I realized that the references were like so thick in there, I was like, honestly, it's probably good that I got the Gen 1 starters, because like, one, like I said, I really love the Gen 1 starters, and 2, like I never actually played through either Gen 7 or Gen 4 game all the way through. Those are the 2 generations that I missed. I played every other generation like upon release or close to release. I've played like ROM hacks of Platinum, and I've played Heart Gold after the fact, and I even bought Sun Pokemon. I tried to buy Pokemon Ultra Sun. It was listed as Ultra Sun, but then they just sent me regular Sun. But yeah, I never finished them. So honestly, like I wouldn't have appreciated the references as much as I do on the Gen 1 starters. But let's get to the perfect order box. So I showed you the sleeves and the stuff, but here are the hits or whatever. This is the promo card. This is Full Art Tyrunt, which was perfect because I needed all of the Kalos fossil Pokemon for my Pokedex, and I got 3 out of 4 of them today. And first and foremost, I knew I was going to get this promo, so I was like, that's perfect. And I really was... I know some people are sour on this set. I want every SIR on this set. The only one I don't really care about is Mega Zygarde itself, but even that one looks pretty. And if I had gotten it, I kind of traded it for one of the ones I do want. Mega Starmie, Clefable maybe. Traded up to it at least. But then there's like a couple of holos in here that I got that I'm like are sick. Like they replaced the cards I had in my binder. This Holo Gengar. I mean, look at that thing. That thing's honestly pretty sick. It's like kind of simple, straightforward. It's just like terrorizing a bedroom, but it's just such a nice like full shot of Gengar, and it's like the hollow quality on these cards is really cool. It feels like the whole thing glows. I don't know how to put it. But then this is the other hollow I got that is replacing this Chenpao. One, I like that it's a dark Chenpao, because I think all the Chenpaos that I've seen up till now have been water Chenpaos. But I just think that's such a cool artwork, and Chenpao is such a fun design. And then I got a couple EXs. I got the Mega Starmie EX. I neglected to get that out of the binder. Super excited about that. I got the Mega Skarmory EX. Also stoked on that. Although that's not replacing because the thing in the binder. Because what I have in the binder is the. You know what? I'll just pull out and show you what I got in the binder. I can show you the Mega Starmie. I will say, low-key, I'm a little disappointed in the Mega Starmie regular EX, just because that was kind of my chase. I was hoping for, like, you know, Mega Starmie SIR, certainly. I think what I want the most, low-key, is the Mega Clefable SIR, but, that's the Mega Starmie, like, regular EX. And I get that it must be, like, tricky to try to, like, make it distinct from, like, regular Starmie in such a small space. But I don't know, I just feel like I don't know how to justify what I'm saying, but I just don't feel like they nailed it. I don't know. One thing that I've noticed is that, like, V cards from Sword and Shield era and GX cards from Sun and Moon era, I think kind of put the modern EX cards to shame a little bit. I think the modern EX cards are just kind of like, some of them are cool. Like when you have a Pokemon that like fit into that space, like this Crobat looks cool, the Rocket's Crobat. But I just feel like it's just as often like kind of limiting in what they're able to like express with that amount of space, especially when they're like Terra Pokemon, and so they have this like Terra Crown thing taking up all that space. But look at compared to just like a regular V card from Sword and Shield. I mean, that's a whole image, you know what I mean? Like, and then the GX cards are the same way. They're like, they take up the whole card, and they still have the text on them. It works just fine. So I don't know why they did that. But I got the Mega Skarmory, but I'm not replacing the Surging Sparks illustration rare. This came actually from a birthday gift that a friend got me, and so when I see this, I think of my buddy. But also, it's just such a beautiful illustration rare. It's one I clocked as soon as I saw it. I was like, ooh, I hope I get that. We're almost done with show and tell, and then we'll start getting into team planning, and then we will be on our way to the Elite Four. So here's next up. Having just shit on the EXs, I think this is a really good one. I think this is a really, really clean, beautiful card. See, non-Terra is part of it. Like, I think it helps just, like, take up less space and give more space to the Pokemon. But I also just think it being a water Pokemon, it kind of looks like the whole card is water. And that's just where the Lapras is coming out of it. I think it's really cool. It's certainly, I think, the prettiest Lapras card I have. So I was happy to pull that. And then my illustration rares. I'm so stoked on both of these. These were probably the two like regular illustration rares, aside from the Clefairy, that I wanted the most. Look at this Aurorus. Another one of the fossil cards I needed. I also pulled a couple of regular hollow Tyrantrums, so I got that taken care of as well. But this is just such a beautiful card. And then the funniest, cutest card in the whole set. Honestly, this Rowlet. Look at that chubby guy. Looks so happy. Love this thing. I was so stoked when I got this. So those are the hits. That's show and tell. So yeah, let me just put these back in order. Your grandma's sick. She needs to make you soup. Nice. All right. Let's get into planning. It's not going to take long. There's not going to be too much planning here. So here's everything. And I'm going to go ahead and start moving things to the bottom that I think have, let's say, like, any potential viability. But I'll say this, a lot of our most viable Pokemon are already in the party. But, you know, there's a lot of good stuff to look at. Just to consider, to see what's the best combo of stuff we can put together. So I would say those bottom two rows are probably the best on offer here. I am a little curious to see, like, about evolving. I really, really wanted to try to evolve. Like, I spent a good amount of time trying to figure out how we could evolve this to Hisuian Lilligant, because this game has, you know, we got Paradox Pokemon. You gotta think there's Hisuian Pokemon in here, but I just couldn't find a method. There's not a lot of great documentation for this game. The Discord's not super active or nothing. It's just one I found, you know, before I even started streaming that had good randomizer settings. But I'm curious, we could evolve this Electivire, this Deerling, this Poliwag, the Panpour, just to even see Impidimp, Morgrim, Grimmsnarl, just to see, like, what abilities we could end up with. But I'm having a hard time seeing, like, thinking what kind of abilities we could have on any of these Pokemon that would justify bringing them, outside of maybe, like, if somehow Electivire gets Levitate. But then here's who I say are our definite brings, like what we're probably building the rest of the team around is obviously Yeast the Xerneas and Mozzarella the Dialga. A newer pickup, but still the typing synergy here is off the charts. Poison immunity for poison weakness, dragon immunity for dragon neutral, fighting weakness. We got fighting resist, so ground weakness, and steel weakness. So we got this for steel weakness as well. Steel weakness, ground weakness, and not weak to fire. So ground weakness, we have, you know, in theory we have Salt. We also have Oregano, the Dragonite here. I'm going to say Garlic is probably a no-go, just because Garlic is kind of frail, ultimately. Noivern is. Pepperoni has been a real... Oh, and then another ground resist is Levitate Turtonator here. Pepperflake the Levitate Turtonator. Rosemary has been useful, and certainly so is Onion Powder. But the real mainstays, if I'm being real, the Pokemon that have been with us rather the longest are Pepperoni here. Has really carried us through a lot. Pepperflake the Turtonator also has been with us since Fiery Path, so since before Gym Badge 4, and then this is our starter, Flower of the Iron Thorns, who has Guerrilla Tactics as their ability, which is basically like Choice Band as an ability, plus with their up attack nature. I mean, it's pretty insane, this Pokemon, but it is a Rock Electric type. I mean, that's a quad weakness to ground, weak to fighting, weak to water, weak to, you know, Not weak to steel, I guess, but still. Quad, ground, water, and fighting is like... That's a lot of weaknesses. This Tomato the Great Tusk, which we thought was going to be like a 1-for-1 improvement on Pepperoni. And while that's mostly true, what they lack compared to Pepperoni is, one, Pepperoni has a better ability, I believe. What was it? Tinted Lens. Yeah, so that's like, I think, a little better. You know, the decreasing resistances over raising accuracy, because we don't really have many inaccurate moves on like a ground type, fighting type Pokemon. But the other thing is that the special defense is worse on this. The attack's better, the defense even is a little better. The HP is like more or less the same from what I remember. But like, if you look at these stats, like, they have worse special defense than Hippowdon and a terrible special defense IV, as well as having more weaknesses, whereas like Hippowdon is just weak to ground, ice, and water. Tomato's weak to ground, ice, water, flying, psychic, fairy. Like, it just picks up a lot of weaknesses. So I'm definitely like leaning pretty heavily into the idea of bringing Pepperoni here. Now, let's... Excuse me. So, again, what do we have that this is weak to? Steel, poison. Isn't that all fairy is weak to, is steel and poison? In which case, Dialga soaks up those weaknesses really easily. Now, what happens next is we have, like, fire as, like, something we're not great into with just these two. Like, with Yeast, obviously, our moves don't hit fire Pokemon for very effective damage. Mozzarella here doesn't resist fire because of the steel typing. And also doesn't really have great movesets into... Like, Dragon obviously hits great for the most part. But our other moves are Steel, which I don't think fire resists Steel. I'm not positive of that, but I don't think it does. But then our other move is an Ice move, so I don't know. It just... I think we want something to hit fire types with that can also resist ground damage. And, you know, I was thinking about not bringing Gyarados, because Gyarados' typing here is so... Not typing. Its ability is so kind of, like, useless. But I'm being reminded, looking at this, that it has really good IVs. It's not just any Gyarados. It's a pretty damn good Gyarados. And anytime you bring a Gyarados into your party, you want a ground Pokemon to go with it. So I definitely think that that is a job for Pepperoni the Hippowdon. Now we have 3 foundational ingredients here. And if you don't know how my ChefLocke works, basically some ingredients are more important than others. And if they faint, the whole run is over. So if any of these 3 Pokemon, Yeast, Mozzarella, or Salt, die in the Elite Four, then the run, the attempt... excuse me. The attempt is lost. So Pepperoni is definitely good for soaking up this damage. It can also hit back Steel types and Poison types offensively better than either of these options. So that is pretty good. Now we have kind of a grass problem, which kind of puts me in the mind of one of these two. Now, grass, ice is also a problem. So I'm also almost more leaning into Turtonator, who also has Levitate. But we are also going to want a fighting, like, resistance outside of just Xerneas, I think. I don't know. I think, like, I've been torn between these two, because Levitate is just such a good ability, but Jolly is a great thing here. So I definitely think on the whole, I don't know. Turtonator doesn't have a great move set, if I'm being so for real. It was a great early game pickup, but like, let's look at these stats. Let's do this. I'm gonna level cap Pepperflake, and then we're just gonna compare their stats back to back. Level cap is 96 for the Elite Four, it appears. The thing is, we have no idea what Pokemon we're gonna face. Every boss team is totally randomized. So it's hard to say what types we're gonna go up against. So we just have to try to build kind of the most well-balanced version of our team that we can build. So this is a special attacker, 255 HP, 284 HP. So Dragonite wins an HP. 206 special attack, 272 physical attack. So wins in its offensive arena as well. Defense 291. Defense 204. So Turtonator certainly has a much better defense stat. Special defense 224 versus the 181, and obviously Dragonite's nearly twice as fast. I think that it's safe to say that Dragonite is like the better choice here. But then where we're at there is we have two Pokemon that are weak to ice moves, three Pokemon rather that are hit neutral by ice moves, which means our final Pokemon should not only resist ice moves, but it should also be probably super effective into ice-type Pokemon. So one thing that we could consider is trying to multi-type the RK system, or yeah, the memory change here into something that would resist ice, maybe into a fire-type Silvally. Or we could just bring Chicken the Blaziken. Honestly, bringing Chicken would probably be that's probably like the best sacrifice I can think to bring. I don't remember what ability it has. I don't remember it being particularly valuable. Jolly, Good Nature, multi-type. So that's like a non-ability, and those IVs are not great, but speed's okay, and like moveset's good. It like picks up for, it also deals with our grass problem as well. That's really interesting. I think this is the one. I think it's Blaziken, which means we should probably, now that I'm thinking about it, go Megastone hunting. That could actually be really good, having a Mega Blaziken on the team. I'd also like the Mega Gyarados option, but I think this is the team. And yeah, Chicken, as far as like a safe sack, that's an ingredient I'm certainly happy to lose if need be. All right, well then let's do this. Let's see if we can't figure out where. I swear to God, I had an Emerald Crest item list. Oh, excuse me, everybody. I'm yawning a lot. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can't find the item locations. So check this out. If we get through this Elite Four, if we die, we'll probably just start over. I'll try to get a new run off the ground. Try to get back past Roxanne. If we don't die, and we get through this in like less than an hour or some, you know, small amount of time, then we're gonna celebrate by playing Pokemon Null. Maybe kind of casually at first, I don't know. All right. Item locations. Oh, nice. Here we go. Megastones, Blazikenite. So where's Gyarados at, actually? On a small island at the south of Route 106. Sounds good. Now where is Blazikenite? In a sand pile on Route 113, eh? Where is Route 113? Is it... Okay. Let's go looking for that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we're level capped. Okay, we're fine. Let's do that and that. Goodbye, Altaria, and goodbye, Rhyhorn. Oh no, we were intimidated. Wait, Mozzarella, what do you have? Own tempo prevents confusion and intimidate, and I guess we'll double into the Glastrier. All right, and there we go. Might want to get a choice specs for Mozzarella there. Wow, we didn't fight any of these fuckers. Fucking Rapidash killed our Scavalier. I will not forgive them. They weren't supposed to have a fire move, but they did. And this is Route 113 that we're on? Yeah, okay. I thought I had like checked all this stuff. Clearly not. Gallade, Lumise. Blastoise, keyboard playing Blastoise. Is it that one? Is it literally... Do I have to fight these guys and then come back to get the Blazikenite? Is that what I'm seeing? Sick. Having 2 cover legendaries will carry you far. Although it is also because we're severely overleveled. So the Elite Four will be, you know, at least potentially much more eventful than this. Alright, well, let's come back and see if that doesn't have our Blazikenite. Diggersby. Yep, there it is. Alright, cool. And then Route 106, we might as well go try to find the... Okay, so it's north of Dewford. No, I haven't fought these guys, so let's try... Oh, come on. You don't swim out further than that? Oh, wow. Wormadam, I'm gonna be so real. I did not expect you surviving even a single Thunderbolt. Sick. Alright, cool. Wait, on an island on this... Wait. On a small island at the south of Route 106. This is Route 105. Oh, is it... Scary. Is this? No. Call me crazy. I'm not seeing an island. On Route 106. This is about as south as it seems to go. Well, let's go smash some rocks for a little while. We can... Oh, Sfeel. You're cute, but it's kind of too late. We've got everything we need. Our Dragonite being a part of the team is actually really cool, if I'm being so real, because, like... Oh, Baxcalibur. That could have been cool. Dragonite being on the Elite Four team is cool because we caught Dragonair one of our very first encounters. And so you sometimes struggle to keep those pseudos alive into the end game. Or certainly because we caught it at a level where, I didn't know if it was going to live past... Let's just do that. I don't know if it was going to live to levels 55 to evolve fully to a Dragonite. So it's kind of a testament to us playing a little better overall. I think it's really cool. So yeah, there's a lot of like really powerful Pokemon on our team. Okay, so that's not it. Maybe it's supposed to say 105 and not 106. Oh, is this where like one of the Reggies must be? I bet. Baxcalibur. I'm not gonna look too much longer. Ribombee. Switcheroo. Don't switcheroo me. Not gonna save you. Yeah, I just think it's not there. Oh, Chimpao. You're so cool. So let's find a good Rock Smash reset place. Whoa, you can fly to the different routes? Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's really cool, honestly. This is one of the better Rock Smash reset points. Mewtwoite. We're looking for Gyarados, not Burmese. Salamence. That could have been cool. If we gotten a Horsey, apparently this would have been good to know. Maybe you can trade Horsey for a Bagon in PizzaChefLocke. All right, so we'll do this for a little while, trying to get a Gyarados. Primarium. Oh, we actually have Primarina, but it doesn't really make sense to bring with Xerneas in the group. Fariumzy, but we need Geomancy. We need the Power Herb or whatever. Burmy, no one's interested. Deciduumzy, RIP Broccoli to the Decidueye. Slowbronite, Heracronite, Houndoomite, Nothingite, nothing's alright. Benetite. Come on, Gyarados. Psychic Memory. I'm honestly tempted to keep the memories in the future. Burmy, no one is interested. Pinsirite. Manectite. Steelixite. Oh, let's keep that actually. I mean, I'm not bringing Steelix to the Elite Four, but we have a Steelix. So, I don't know. Never say never, I guess. Who knows? Something fucked up could happen to Pepperoni suddenly on our way back to the Elite Four. I don't see it happening, but better safe than sorry, I suppose. Nugget, come on. Gyarados-ite. We'll do this for like a few more minutes. Because certainly I think it would be a valuable thing to have on the team. I don't have a dark type. Scissorite. Fire Memory. Fire Memory I probably should have kept. I was actually thinking about Fire Silvally over Blaziken. But we have Mega Blaziken. So, Metagrossite. Darkinium Z. Fossilized Dino. Evium Z. Maybe I should keep gems too, honestly. We already have an ability shield, for whatever that's worth. Come on. Alright. Good God. Give me a minute.
You okay?
All right. Gardevoirite. Solganium Z. Come on. It's just, there's so many things it could be, but I feel like it's just bizarre that we haven't landed the Gyarados-ite. Toast, you're not welcome up here. You're bad at it.
Can I come in?
Yeah, of course. You won't be seen. Mawile. We lost our Mawile early on. Come on. Alright. Keep the fighting gem, I guess. Let's do a few real resets, I guess. Let's just try it. Latiosite. Two of those in a row. Honestly, some of this stuff is good to spend money on. There's nowhere for you to be. I did that on purpose.
That's mean.
She jumps all over stuff.
She wants to. She's smart. Oh. Did you do this?
Ooh. What?
The chewing?
That's not chewing.
It's not? Okay.
I love the idea of Xerneas barking. Bug gem. I don't have this in me for much longer. We'll go until the end of this song. Flyinium Z is actually really good, potentially for Dragonite. I could see that being really useful for Dragonite. Poison Memory. Premium Z. We can sell the fossils. That's one thing that is like a positive from this is we will need money for full restores and whatnot. Big nuggets, good. Ability patches are useless in the randomizer. You can't change your ability. And unfortunately, we can't sell the Mega Stones at all, even though we can get multiples. So you can have like 3. We have a bunch of like dupes, and we can't sell any of them. Ultranacronium Z. Big Nugget. We can't sell Z Crystals either. Mewtwoite Y. I like Mega Mewtwo Y over X personally. I think X is kind of samey. Come on, Burmy. Leave us alone. Insinium Z. Heracronite. Exp M. Nugget. Oh, I feel great walking with you, Yeast. Alright, well that's it. I said I'd go until the end of the song. The song's over. So, we have reached the point where it's actually time to start getting in here, which means we can start selling everything that we haven't used. I will probably figure out a way to use PP Max. Might as well apply those as well. You know what? No, doesn't make any sense. Can't sell these. Can you? Nope. And let's just make sure I didn't secretly have a Gyarados the whole time. Sure didn't. Nowhere to be seen. There's more to sell though. Can't sell Z crystals though, obviously. Max repels. Orange mail. Fossils. Mind plate. Dome fossil. Grass memory. Ground memory. Cover fossils. We'll keep the PP ups. We'll keep the gems. Stone plate. Old amber. Fossilized bird. Skull fossil. Nuggets. Black senses. Sea incense. Memories. Keep the gems. Although I don't think we have moves for a lot of these, but whatever. Star piece, heart scales, yellow shard, pearl, stardust, big pearl, sky plate. We'll keep the water gem. Okay, you won't buy that. And then take those, take those, take those, and this, and these, and that. Oh, we're nearing the end of this playlist. It's perfect timing, honestly. And then we want to buy, let's see here, 6 times 4 is 24. 24 full restores. A smattering of full heals. Why not? And that is that. So without further ado, we've done all the necessary prep. And we have played our ass off to get here. 92 attempts of ill fate, bad attitudes at times, great luck, shitty luck, mostly pretty medium luck. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's been a really fun run. And it could end here, or it could be the end of the one journey and the start of another. Very easily, this could go up in our flames. And attempt 92 could be the attempt that almost was. But in any event, like I said, it's just been a really fun time. So I really do think that it is time to do the thing, to do the damn thing. So I'm gonna skip to our Elite Four music. Let's make sure everyone has a good item on them. Choice specs, mozzarella, you can hold that. Let's give a citrus berry to salt. Let's give Flyinium Z to oregano. Let's hook up Blaziken with their Blazikenite. And actually, somebody should get the leftovers, right? Pepperoni, why don't we take that Groundinium Z and give you leftovers instead? Alright. Here we go. Woof. Alright. Straight off the bat, we've got a pretty physically threatening Pokemon. I think we want to look up this guy's moveset here in just a sec. But I already locked in. We're doing Geomancy. Swagger is not what I wanted to see. Alright, what else does this thing know? Brave Bird, Roost, and Reversal. How does Reversal work? Deals more damage the lower the user's HP is. Okay, so we definitely want to one-shot this thing. I need to know what a Brave Bird does. I need to know that if we hit ourselves in confusion, we don't just immediately go down to... Because ideally, I'd like not to waste the Geomancy boost that we just had. What's our defense? 205. Squawkabilly. 93. Ravebird. Okay. The most a crit can do is 60%. So I think we're safe to try to hit through one confusion. If we can get a Thunderbolt off, it should kill. Alright, East. Let's go. Whew. I think this will kill. Fuck yeah. Okay. Monkey Dory. This is a poison type Pokemon. And we're confused. So what does Monkey Dory have going for it at this level? Sludge Wave, Nasty Plot, Future Sight, Parting Shot. Monkey Dory. 93. Sludge Wave. Crit almost always kills. We, I guess, are at +2 defense, but a crit ignores stat changes. So a crit, we are at risk of crit. So what else does this thing know? It knows Nasty Plot, Future Sight, and Parting Shot. Okay, Mozzarella is actually really safe to come in here. That's like an ideal turn. That's great. Now we go for Choice Specs boosted Earth Power. And we're not really worried about Nasty Plots. I don't know that this will kill, but I think it very well could. Ooh, very close. We're locked into Earth Power. A switch. Okay, that's interesting. This will be resisted, certainly, and we're about to eat a Future Sight. But yeah, like I was thinking. Oh, and the special defense goes down with it? Okay. As long as this Future Sight doesn't do some insane amount of damage. Okay, yeah. We're definitely good to stay in and hit the Earth Power. Sick. This is Ice Arceus? Yes, it is. Okay, we're locked into Earth Power, which is less than ideal. We need to check these moves. We need to check this out. Fuck. Arceus, as of Scarlet and Violet. Judgment, 100 base power. Matches the Perish Song. Hyper Beam. And Recovery. We only have one thing that resists ice. And it's Chicken the Blaziken. Okay, Future Sight. Oh, it doesn't know Judgment until level 100. So, do we outspeed this is another question. Arceus. Blank set, level 93. Should have 257 base speed. .198 base speed. But let's see here. We're about to Mega Evolve. Whereas Blaziken has a base speed stat of 80. Mega Blaziken has a base speed stat of 100, which is not as good. But we are Jolly Nature, so our speed is increased. We have an IV of 23. Jolly. We still might be slower than God. Can you believe it? We are still slower than God. That's crazy. Oh, wait. Yeah, we're still slower. This is the wrong fucking Pokemon. How did that even happen? Speed stat of 23. Jolly nature. Okay, we are still slower. Good God. Close combat. Does it kill? It should kill. So, my only thing is if we get hit by a Hyper Beam and then rip a close combat and then get hit with a Future Sight, that could be a whole can of worms. Now, does Future Sight like hit through protects and stuff? It does not hit until 2 turns after the move is used. I believe it was used in the last turn. Cannot be stopped by detect or anything. Okay. I think we're going to hit the Fire Punch instead of Close Combat. It's not like we'd be locked into it. And then after a Speed Boost, I don't know. Let's just make sure a Hyper Beam doesn't fuck us up completely. Hyper Beam. Ooh, a Hyper Beam hits really hard. Fuck. And a Fire Punch does not... Oh, wait a second. Okay, a Fire Punch should do like half damage. You know what? We're doing the close combat. Don't press Hyper Beam. Oh, that's yes. Okay. This should always kill. Oh no. Oof. Oh, I have this Blaziken's level set too high. Future Sight should not hit right now. Okay, but it will hit on the next turn, and we are still slower. I think that Mozzarella is almost certainly the best answer. 229 is nearly as good as Xerneas. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, we'll tank this Hyper Beam, and we should also tank the Future Sight. Perfect. Do you have leftovers? Okay, that's fine. And now you have to recharge. So we are perfectly safe to rip this. Late game Arceus is not the same as early game Arceus. It's so much more threatening to see it like in the Elite Four. Okay, only 2 Pokemon left. Oh. Real nice. Just gotta make sure it doesn't have something insane like Mirror Force. Solar Beam, Petal Dance, Moonblast, Misty Terrain. Let's just... I mean, I know this is crazy to think to be this paranoid, but I'm just gonna see what a Moonblast does against Dialga. Level 96. 144. Oh, wow. Our HP stat is bad. 144. Special defense is 229. Oh, that's actually a little better. So yeah, crit never kills. I figured not. I get that it's like a fully unevolved Pokemon, but better safe than sorry. This should kill, would be my guess. I didn't do this math, but as long as we don't get killed, that's really all that matters to me. Boom. And the return of Monkey Dory. Okay, so I would say we already looked into this. We're actually really pretty safe to stay in on this. Okay, a full restore. Makes sense. Alright, I think, yeah, we're good to go. This should be the match. Game, set, match. Mozzarella, the Dialga. Dialga. Let's go. 1 Elite Four down. Let's just make sure that's all good. Yeah, let's just do an elixir on mozzarella. All right. Phoebe. Okay, this is actually kind of weirdly threatening, potentially. Let me make sure before I start making crazy decisions. Lanoon. Okay, it shouldn't have extreme speed. Extreme speed is an egg move, so if it uses Belly Drum, we may still be able to outspeed it. Lanoon. 93. Should have a speed of 219. Our speed is 235. Modest. Damn. Moonblast should kill without even a boost. So we should definitely be fine. We should kill this thing after a belly drum. I will say I'm a little weirded out that it outsped us just now. That's just a little concerning. But, we'll figure... whatever. Maybe it has some ability that makes it faster. Girder, that's an easy... Stay in. I don't know about you, but I think it's time we hit that Geomancy. And Moonblast. For the kill. Marshtomp. Meet Moonblast. For the kill. And Esper. We're sweeping it up. Moonblast for the kill. Sick. Alright, let's do an Ether on Moonblast. And move on to Glacia. This could be very uneventful Elite Four if it follows this trend. Ooh, does not bode well for you. Pepperoni, I want you to get some time in the sun. You've been such a valuable member of this team. You deserve to take part in its final victory. Oh no, did you miss? Pepperoni will not miss. Oh, that looks like it probably hurts Charmander. I'm sorry. Bye. Bye. So long. Arceus. What do we got? Fire Arceus? Pepperoni? I believe in your ability to kill God. Let it rip, let it rip, let it rip. Woof. Be leftovers. Yes. Pepperoni. Kill God. Oh no! Damn, 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 damn. Okay. We gotta switch out. We can't take this future sight. But I don't want it to just keep hitting recover either. But I don't want Pepperoni to be here to take this future sight. So we're going to switch Mozzarella in.
You get it picked up in 5.
Okay, cool. Parashong. We'll get hit by this future sight. It won't hurt much. Okay, okay, okay. Choice Specs Earth Power. Come on, Pepperoni already to half the job. You can do it. You're the deity of time. It's time. Oh my god. Parish count falls to 2. Parish count falls to 2. We're gonna rip another one. I know they're about to heal, but they've got to switch out on the next turn or follow their own parish song. Maybe we can get a special defense drop. No, of course not. Okay. Either they switch out next turn or they die. I'm gonna bring in oregano. I have an idea. I was really confident they would withdraw. So we don't have to absorb a hyper beam, we just have to absorb this future sight here. Now Kamala, can you take a supersonic strike from one Oregano the Dragonite? I'm curious to know. You sleepy little koala bear. Oregano. Thrash. This will hurt. Woo! I don't see a world in which this doesn't kill. Yeah. Okay, Oregano, good job.
Okay, bye.
I love you so much. They're locked into Thrash. It's not gonna do shit to us. Yeah, we'll go for Flash Cannon. Wow, it's faster than us. That's wild. You got your phone? Did I hang up the house key?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Bye, I love you. Okay, back to this shit. I think our best bet here is to try to put this thing to sleep. Free switch. Honestly, a couple of turns of left. Oh man, recover. See, this is why we need to put this thing to sleep. Late game Arceus is different than early game Arceus. Let's see if it doesn't hit a Hyper Beam. Oh, it's withdrawing from the yawn? Really? Okay, well... Okay, we'll take the Future Sight. Okay, it doesn't do too much. That's good to know. That's good information. Chicken, I believe you can come on in. What? Okay, cool. Thank you. Love you. No reason not to Mega Evolve if we're on the field. Let's go. Excellent work, excellent work. got our speed boost. I don't know if that's going to be particularly relevant to us. Now, one thing that could happen is this thing could press Perish Song, and then we just have to dance around it. I gotta think for the most part it's almost always trying to set up Future Sight when it first comes onto the field. That's been in my experience thus far. Yeah, so this is good. We got leftovers. That's right. That's good. That's good. Definitely time to yawn. Don't crit. 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 No crits. Yes! Pepperoni. Yes! Pepperoni is the actual fucking goat. They've got a recharge turn, so we can slack off. Look at us go. Pepperoni, you're too good. You're here to kill God. Our God killer. This won't do too much. A little more than I expected, actually, but we can certainly afford to stay in and hit an earthquake. Oh, man, this is not riskless. I think a Hyper Beam might kill us from this range. Oh, thank God. Whew. I was like, I think a Hyper Beam kills, but it would have to wake up, which obviously it did, and then it would have to hit Hyper Beam. And it didn't. So that puts us 3 down, 2 to go. Let's double check our moves, see which ones need the most PP restored. You're definitely good. You're fine. Let's give you an elixir. You're fine, and might as well ether close combat just in case. Okay. Drake. In a regular world, the Xerneas would do all the work. It would just plow right through your team. But this is a randomized world. So who knows what's going to happen here. That is not fun to see. We got to look at this thing's moveset. I don't know that it will have Ivy Cudgel, because it'll have its learn set. It's got Wood Hammer, Superpower, Power Whip, and Spiky Shield. In which case, I think Oregano is our best bet to come in here. Perfect. Let's set up a Dragon Dance. Yes, that's exactly the kind of thing I wanted to see happen. Now, as long as this thing doesn't switch out, I feel pretty good about a Supersonic Strike. Yeah, taking it out. Come on, come on, come on. Kill this thing. Hot dog, let's fucking go. We're at +1 speed, +1 attack. And we are no worse for wear. Luxio. It Luxio like you're going to get hit with this earthquake. +1 earthquake. An oregano sweep? Are we getting an oregano sweep? Lomomola, eh? What is this thing gonna know? Hydro Pump, Whirlpool, Safeguard, Brine. So the worst thing this does is chip damage Whirlpool stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and set up another Dragon Dance. Need to stop pulling up the decks during the middle of the turn. My bad, everybody. Wow, this thing is tanky. +2 Earthquake will do like 50%. It hit Safeguard. You know what? That tells me I'm safe to hit another Dragon Dance. We're now +3. Let's go +4. Ugh, Alomomola, not really on message. I bet Outrage would kill, but I don't want to get stuck in it. This will do more than half, but it should keep it out of potion range. Nice. So another Earthquake will take this thing out. Alomomolas are just like weirdly tanky. They have just insane base HP. 165 base AP. I mean, base HP. Okay. Their Safeguards down. Regular ass Grimer. Meet +4 Earthquake. Yes, yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Seems like the most uneventful stuff they typically save for last. And there it is. Eat this Outrage. Drake's down. Alright. Let's Max Elixir Oregano. Anybody else need a hand? Not really. I mean, for the most part, everyone else is all set. Full restore onto Oregano. Everybody's got their held items. We are good to go. All right, Wallace. You, me, a random set of Pokemon, a battle to see who the real champion of the Hoenn region is. Spoiler alert, I think it's probably me. More Pico. Hangry mode. Does this thing have like Super Fang? Thrash, Aura Wheel, Crunch, Bullet Seed. I'm not worried about that. We can hit this Geomancy. Geomancy, 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 Geomancy. Let it rip, Yeast. Unless this thing has, like, sturdy, I think we probably got it taken care of. Oh, wow, it stays in hangry mode. Interesting. Tentacruel. This is not as clear cut as it seems like it could be. Scarlet Violet, yeah, Sludge Wave, Tentacruel, Blank Set, 96, Xerneas, 96, Modest, +2, Thunderbolt. Okay, let's make sure this stat reflects my stat. Okay, Thunderbolt should always kill. And at +2. Yeah, it should always kill. And we should always outspeed. But now, does a Sludge Wave crit? Ooh. What's our special defense? 231. Okay, Sludge Wave crit should never kill. And we should outspeed and kill with Thunderbolt. Okay, it doesn't have like Lightning Rod or Volt Absorb or anything crazy. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta think they almost certainly used the heal here. Okay, and in either event... Oh my god, unless this thing has, like, Aftermath or something. Thank Christ. Okay, now we just have to hope this thing doesn't have, like, Arena Trap. Chicken, this is your time. Fuck, yes. Okay. Yeast Beast off the leash. Fire Punch. Hopefully this thing doesn't have like heat proof or like flash fire or something. But again, chicken is kind of a safe sack. If I don't have chicken on my pizza, I will more than likely just be relieved. Okay. Slugma, huh? Let's hit the Aerial Ace. Why not? Chicken, this is on you to survive. Oh. You know, I said, like, chicken's a safe sack or whatever, but that doesn't mean that I like watching a Pokemon die. I don't know. I didn't think it was worth looking up the moveset. Pepperoni. The superior protein. The superior pizza protein. In general, chicken is the protein of all proteins. Yeah, I'm definitely good to stay in and try to hit an earthquake. I knew you could tank that. You're an absolute unit, Pepperoni. Let's go. Okay, okay. Just out of heal range. This is why you're low-key the GOAT. Because you hit hard as hell. You basically guaranteed 2 shots. Okay, they do choose to heal. I wonder why we didn't kill that Tentacruel. By all the calculations in front of me, that Tentacruel should have gone down. It's weird. Okay. Pepperoni. One more earthquake. Another fucking full restore. You know what, Pepperoni? I should have given you Groundinium Z. We should have made this a Z move. You could have ate this guy for breakfast. He's still going down. I mean, this Berserker is and his trainer are simply delaying the inevitable. And look, back up to full health. A third full restore? This has got to be the last one. This is getting a little ridiculous. But this is honestly, like, best case scenario for using up heals. That's a high roll for sure. Okay. Is that 4 full restores? Am I crazy? Let's hit a crunch this time. Of course. Of course. Hopefully it hits hard enough. I feel like it should. Yeah, good work. It's neutral, but it's like, you know, still good base power. And that right there. Ooh, what ability are we getting? Static? Interesting. This is how you beat a fully randomized hardcore PizzaChefLocke of Pokemon Emerald Crest. More like Pokemon Emerald Crust. Am I right? And with Pomo down and Wallace defeated, 92 attempts, 30 different days of streaming, we have, at long last, defeated the PizzaChefLocke. This is gonna be the weirdest fucking pizza ever. I don't even know. We've got a lot of ingredients that I was not necessarily expecting to make it. But, you know, like I said, you can say, oh, they got a Xerneas, and yeah, I do have a Xerneas. This is not our first time with a Xerneas. You know, we still have to play around mirror coats and weird abilities. Like, there was a scenario earlier where if that Tentacruel had had Aftermath, we would have lost. You know? So that, even in of itself, was a risky play. Blaziken, I'm sorry that I didn't protect you in the end. In the end, it's because I didn't want to put 3 kinds of meat on my pizza, and that sucks, but you understand. Look at these winners. Salt did almost nothing, but the rest of you really played your parts well. You did the damn thing. Wait, hold on. I want to get a screenshot for posterity's sake. We did it, gang. I can't express enough how much fun that this challenge has been. Wait, what are these stats? Total battles. Great. Rank, legend. Oh, there's some friends. Primarina, that was such a clutch pickup. Our Primarina had sheer force too. Oh, there's Oregano. Oh, Mawile, RIP. And honestly, one of the best pickups of the whole game, Pepperflake the Turtonator. Levitate Turtonator. Really did some crazy work. Oh, man. Our starter, Flower the Iron Thorns, of course, Yeast Beast themselves, Xerneas. Rosemary the Durant, very Salt the Magikarp. Oh, that Arcanine was actually a Hisuian Arcanine. Oh, hold on. I want to take a moment to pay respects to Onion the Escavalier. Definitely one of the most important encounters of this run. Incredible IVs, great typing, and it came when we needed him. And I was sad to lose him. I lost him to kind of a fluke situation, and he definitely would have been a part of this Elite Four if he were still alive. But couldn't have done it without you, Onion. Thank you. There was our illegal Wonder Guard Spide Ops. I did outlaw Wonder Guard. Decidueye. Broccoli Decidueye, RIP. Oregano. Chicken, RIP. Thank you for your help in the Elite Four. You really... Pepperoni, an absolute MVP of this run. And Flower. There they are again. Our trusty starter. A good starter really, really helps set the tone of the whole thing. And getting a Guerrilla Tactics Iron Thorns with all the Fang moves right off the boot was, yeah, definitely helpful in getting this run started. But here we are. Let's, yeah. Bark away, Yeast. Bark away. Well, that's the challenge. We made it happen. It's a relatively short stream today. But I hope you enjoy it whenever you watch. I hope you enjoyed this journey, and I'll try to get this video made in less than a year, unlike the Pozzole video, which is taking me a long time. I'm a little like disappointed with my output in videos, but every run we win is just another one you can wait for around the corner. So we've got the Pozzole Emerald Sea Glass video coming down the pike. I've actually been working on that. I'm trying to set aside time every week to edit on that finally, and I've been making progress. We've got the Pokemon Lazarus Hardcore Nuzlocke coming down the pike. That's another one that I might actually end up putting out before Sea Glass, but we'll just have to see. And then now we've got this, the fully randomized Hardcore PizzaChefLocke of Pokemon Emerald Crest. More like Pokemon Emerald Crest. Coming down the pike. 92 attempts. Victory. Never tasted so sweet. I'm going to do an end to the stream. I might start streaming again this evening. Take a walk, do a lap, get some food in me. But I think we're going to play some Pokemon Null. I'm extremely intimidated by it, actually. But, you know, I think that I've been playing it casually a little bit, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And yeah, it's hard, and I imagine it's just going to get harder and harder, but it also has a lot of tools that make it really convenient to play, and the encounter pool is, like, legitimately a lot of fun. And I think, like, unlike a game like Emerald Kaizo that I've tried in the past, where it really feels like you live and die by the quality of your early in-game encounters, this game really kind of seems to have like a really solid pool of encounters, and it seems really well balanced. So I'm gonna end this stream, but we might start another one here in just a minute. So thank you so much for watching whenever you watch. I'm proud of us.